Alex Stec joined by one of FC Cincinnati's newest additions, Ben Mines, a winger coming to us from the Red Bulls. Ben, welcome to FCC.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here. Well, I'm not here yet, but happy I'm on the way.
You will be soon enough. So what do you actually know about the city of Cincinnati?
I don't know much, to be honest. The only thing I really know is New England because that's the only place I've lived. But yeah, I mean, I know I've gotten tweets about like Skyline Chili. That's like the only thing I know, to be honest.
That doesn't surprise
I don't even know
me.
what that is.
It's good. You'll have to try it once you get here. Our fans will be adamant that you try it, and they will ask you if you've tried it until you say yes. So you'll have to check it out once you get here. So you've been with the Red Bulls organization the last 5 seasons. I know you're only 20 years old. What kind of emotions are you feeling with kind of this new chapter in your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been with Red Bull since I was 13. So, and I've, been around the first and second team for the last 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's tough when you move away from that, but, at the same time, it's great to have a new opportunity in a new, environment. So I'm really looking forward to it and, really looking forward to making the best out of, the new situation. So I'm just really excited.
I know you got to play against FC Cincinnati in the MLS is Back tournament. I was there covering the game, but that was one of Jaap Stam's first few games where he was actually in charge. What have you noticed from Jaap or kind of heard from him just about the playing style that this team is trying to develop?
Yeah, well, I think like when I came in against Cincinnati in Orlando, I mean, we were down 2-0, and I knew Cincinnati needed the win, so it was very compact and just tough to break down. I think like the first time I touched the ball, I whiffed it as hard as I could, so it was man, that was rough. But yeah, I mean, and then we played Cincy the second time, and again, tough to break down. And then Madunian scores an absolute worldie. So
Olympico.
Oh my gosh. I didn't see it because I was getting my shin guards, and then I turned around and I looked at the replay and I said, oh my gosh. And I was, the game was done after that. But yeah, I know the kind of direction that that we're looking to go. A very football playing style, mm-hmm. While still, being hard to score against. So I'm looking forward to that. I think, it's a lot different coming from Red Bulls, a team that is very focused on pressing, mm-hmm. Really high up the pitch. So it's a new environment for me. So I know I have a lot to learn, but I'm open and willing, and I'm really excited for a new kind of chapter in my playing career.
I was going to ask you about that. You bring up the pressing style that everyone's so familiar with the Red Bulls, and winning the ball back quickly. What do you think that you learned in your time there that you can apply in Cincinnati?
Definitely how to run. No, not just that. I definitely, when I was at Red Bulls, so much of it was against the ball, and figuring out how to win it back and go straight to goal. So I'm definitely a player who's been bred on being on the front foot, and always willing to go and defend guys, go at guys, and just be ultra aggressive, with and without the ball. So when I played against Cincinnati, it wasn't as much that, but I know that that's the kind of direction we want to go in. Mm-hmm. And we want to score goals, we want to put teams on their heels. So I think that's a factor that I can bring over from such a aggressive playing style.
Would you say that that's kind of in your nature? You're talking about that aggressive playing style, but to immediately go to goal or look for scoring opportunities or find a way to attack as soon as you're winning the ball back. I think you had 2 goals in 6 appearances.
Yeah. Definitely. my first thought is, to go at guys. I love, drifting into space, drifting out wide, and just, taking guys on. If I lose a 1v1, that's okay. I'll go again and then again and again. And eventually, you can go at someone 5 or 6 times and miss 5 times, but then on the 6th one, you create a good chance and you get a goal. So, that's kind of my mindset of just, being aggressive and, wanting to score goals.
You mentioned running, just being able to run a lot. How are you managing that right now with still being in the midst of the pandemic, being able to kind of stay fit this off season?
Yeah. So one of my friends is, he used to play, he's a personal trainer, solely soccer based though. So, I've been working out with him, 4 or 5 times a week, to stay fit. And, I did this last off season and I came in flying, in 2020, preseason. So, I'm feeling really good and staying as fit as I can. So it's been working so far.
It's a good friend to have. Nobody likes to go into preseason when you're not fit. Otherwise, it is a miserable experience.
Yeah, I've been there too. With my second year, I broke my collarbone. So towards the end of the year. So when I was going into preseason, I was not fit at all. So, and that does hurt someone. And I actually, I found out that year how much, that is important to, come in flying because, it's, you're fighting for a spot. So, yeah.
How are you hoping to develop your game this season in particular? Like, I know you want to succeed with the team, you want to create goal scoring opportunities, but is there something in your game specifically that you want to develop or you want to get better?
I think, when I talked to the head coach, one of the things I really want to, learn is, finding the right moments to be in the right spots. When I was at Red Bulls, it's so fast paced and everything's going forward that, there's not a lot of moments where, we're calming down and playing it across the back and, trying to open a team up. And I know, that's a part of my game that, I have little experience in. So, just finding the right moments, the right pockets, the right spaces, and just popping in and being clean and pulling plays off is definitely something I want to, improve on.
So I'm sure you've only had a couple conversations with Jaap so far, but have they gone kind of as expected? How is his demeanor? Like, were you familiar with him before this? And kind of what did you anticipate your interactions would be like with him?
So the first time I talked to him, I was really nervous. For one, it's new team, head coach, but also I know the kind of reputation he has, not only as a coach but as a player, and what he did in his career. So I have the utmost respect for him. So I kind of I was nervous and I had to tell him. I was like, hey, like I've heard so much about you, and the teams that you played on were legendary. So he just kind of laughed, and I was like, I'm an idiot. But it was really positive, and I'm excited to learn from such a experienced coach and player. So, and I know I have a lot to learn, and I know he's got a lot to teach me.
I'm sure you're not the first person who said that to him, so don't take it personally.
Doesn't help me though.
That's all right. That's all right. You just got to show yourself on the field. It's all fine. Being a homegrown player, are you kind of noticing more opportunities for younger players across the league and just youth development becoming more and more prominent in MLS?
Yeah, I have tons of friends who have gotten opportunities and taken them, and now look where they are. Brendan Aronson and Mark McKenzie are really good examples of that. I've known Brendan for 6 years, and it's always been a good player, and he took his opportunity, and now he's playing in Red Bull Salzburg, playing in Europa League in the in February. So, it's awesome to see the kind of interest and opportunities that not only MLS teams have in young players, but European teams that are willing to, take a chance on a young American player when, maybe that pathway wasn't set before. But we're really starting to see it, emerge now. So it's really awesome and exciting as a young player because, if you take your chances, you don't know where you're going to go. So, I just, really looking forward to, earning a shot and, taking it.
You talked about, being with the Red Bull since you were 13. I mean, I'm sure that's a lot of driving to soccer practice and support from your family. What's been their reaction to making this move? Are they excited to hopefully see some games in the new stadium coming up in 2021?
Yeah, my mom is, she's really excited, and so are my brothers. So, yeah, I mean, no one really knows what the situation is going to be like. So it's kind of hard to, get excited about, coming to a game, but, they've seen all the pictures. They know, they saw the stadium and, it looks amazing. Hoping to get them some FCC gear.
There you
go. To rep on the Zoom calls. But, yeah, no, they're really excited, just like me.
That's perfect. And just a little opportunity for our fans to get to know you. We talked about, we're going to have to take you to Skyline Chili, but what kind of stuff do you like to do outside of soccer?
I'm a big video game guy.
Okay.
So I remember I actually played Gordon in one weekend. I think it was like a year or two ago.
Really?
Yeah, he beat me like 2 or 3-1. He's a good player.
Wow. Why did you guys play? Was there like a tournament set up?
It's just randomly matching.
So funny.
So, and I remember I messaged him and I was like, hey, I think I just played you. And he's like, yeah, GG. And I was like, all right, bet.
That's amazing. 3-1 or 2-1. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I play a lot of FIFA. So, right. I mean, I'm born and bred on soccer. I've been watching, I've been a Chelsea fan since I was like 6 years old. I grew up, waking up at, 7:45, watching the first game till like 10 o'clock, watching the second game till 12, taking a half-hour break and then watching the 12:30 game. So yeah, that was my household. That was my childhood. So born and bred, baby.
That's great. Well, we're going to have to get a rematch between you and Fiddle.
Hey, if there's a tournament that we have to team up, I think we have a good shot.
There you go. He was with Kendall last year when MLS hosted it. They didn't do so hot.
I'm sure we can improve those results. Don't worry.
There you go. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. I'm sure our fans are excited to get to know you and hopefully meet you one day in person. But welcome to the team, Ben.
Yeah, thank you. And ready to rock.